Really grateful that you're here tonight. I think we're establishing that this is a credible campaign, and I got 2 words for Winnipeg and the other candidates: game on. Let's go. I want to tell you about some friends that I've met, or people that I've met on the campaign trail. The first is a long-term business guy. And when we started to tell him some of the ideas that we're bringing, some of the common sense ideas to the city, he says to me, "You know what, Shaun? It's not just you. You're bringing friends." And yes, this is what it is right here. We're bringing friends. You saw in the video, and thank you, New Perception and David Berg, for putting that video together. You saw this tree in our city where a woman was living. Unacceptable, and we need to be doing things differently. I want her to know that we understand that poverty is not about poor people. It's about the failure of the systems that they're interacting with, and this campaign is about changing some systems. And I want her to know that help is on the way, and it's not just me. I'm bringing friends. To the emergency service workers in the city who just putting so much love and joy and compassion into trying to respond to the same people who are struggling over and over and over and over again. They put their lunch in the refrigerator in the morning shift, knowing full well they're probably not going to get to it. And I want them to know, police, fire, and ambulance, we have received their 911 call on their workloads, and help is on the way, and we're bringing friends. Almost half of the city's spending is now on emergency services. Almost half. And in fact, the entire growth in city spending in the last 15 years, I'm getting all the economists on you now. The entire growth in city spending in the last 15 years has gone to emergency services. The city we love, we need to take new strategies, and what we're doing now isn't working, and we're going to modernize police financing, and I think it's going to be really important to free up money for all the things that we really need. This is something that I know how to do. I'm embedded in a community that knows how to do that, and it's going to be a really important part of our campaign. I also met somebody from the River Heights Smashed Windows Club. These issues are all connected. Very frustrating. There's so many smashed windows in places like River Heights and elsewhere throughout the city. They're frustrated with the amount of crime. Well, the folks that have been committing some of that crime, turns out many of them make really good employees, as I found out in my career at Build and other places like that. And I want the frustrated people in the city who are frustrated with crime to know that help is on the way, and it's not just me, I'm bringing friends. And related, I want to know some of the longest lineups in the city are people looking for work at our social enterprises. You met Chris in the video. There are literally hundreds, maybe thousands of people in Winnipeg that would love a job in a supportive environment. This is something we know how to do. In fact, it is Winnipeg's defining issue. How well we connect the people who most need the work with the work that most needs to be done. And I want people in that lineup to know that help is on the way, and it's not just me, I'm bringing friends. The transit drivers that I've been working with who just can't understand why we are so slow to change our transit system into a big city transit system. One of the things we're announcing today, the first city in Canada to have a single fare intermodal system. This means that you can phone Peg City Car Co-op with ride hailing. They can come and pick you up. They're going to take you over to the rapid transit station and take you where you need to go. This is a big part of our strategy to see mode shift. More people taking transit because it's cheaper and it makes more sense and it's faster. And this is something we know how to do in the city. I want those transit drivers also to understand that right now, the current plan is I will be 75 years old before we take the last diesel bus off the road. And I want them to know we're going to accelerate that transit strategy significantly. And I want them to know help is on the way. And it's not just me, I'm bringing friends. To the lovely dad that I met in Lord Roberts, who just bought a house, he wants to install a geothermal system. Why is it so hard, he says to me, to do the right thing? Well, good question. So one of the little teasers in our press release again today is that we're going to be known for installing heat pumps throughout the city. We're going to have new business strategies. The CEO of Aki Energy is here, Darcy Wood. Put your hand up, Mr. Wood. One of the social enterprises we've started has already installed $15 million worth of ground source heat pumps on First Nations using 100% First Nations labor. That's something that we're going to do here in the city. And I want those people to know that want heat pumps in their house, that help is on the way. And it's not just me. I'm bringing friends. To the woman that I met on Home Street, who now comes out her front door to stumps. And she's been waiting 2 years for those stumps to be replaced. And she says to me, you know, I can kind of imagine somebody who called Winnipeg home 120 years ago, kneeling in the soil, placing in the soil that elm tree to grow and prosper for all of us. And we can't get our act together enough to replace the trees at a minimum. So we're going to announce a tree trust, something that's first of its kind in Canada. And we're going to show the rest of the country how to plant trees and how to look after them. And yeah, this is true. I want her to know that help is on the way, and it's not just me. I'm bringing friends. To the business owner downtown. To the business owner downtown. Winnipeg and looks out his front window and sees the people struggling, and also sees the vast majority of emergency services responding. I want him to know that part of our plan is going to be revitalization of downtown, beginning with supporting people who are homeless, but making it a place again where people want to be and where people want to live. We're going to have exciting projects, and this is a city where young people are going to want to be and locate and hang out with lots of. This is why we had a live band today, because this campaign cares about culture and music, and this is a big priority for us, and I want him to know we're going to revitalize downtown. I want him to know, help me out here, that help is on the way, and it's not just me. Help is on the way, and it's not just me. I'm bringing friends. And I'll level with you. There's a lot of people in this town who just keep doing things the way we've always been doing them. And that's got to change. We have to be able to do things differently. And so you look at this group of people, and we can say to Winnipeg, yes, we know how to do things differently, and we're tired of the old debates. Give me a break. Portage and Main open or Portage and Main closed? Come on, Winnipeg, we need a boost of confidence. We can have a vital downtown, a thriving downtown, and we can also move people through it smoothly, efficiently, and affordably. And that's what the downtown needs to look at. So no more of these old debates. Same thing about, we can either have police responding quickly or libraries. Come on, Winnipeg. We need a jolt of confidence. We can do this. We can have the police responding more quickly by focusing on their workload. And that's going to free up the money for the libraries and for roads and everything else. And speaking of roads, I am tired of the old debates. We can either have a good big city transit system or good roads. Come on, Winnipeg, we need a jolt of confidence. We can have both. We just have to be able to think differently. And the one that is a real kicker for me is that we can either do something about climate change or have a good economy. We import over $1.5 billion of fossil fuels into our city. I am an entrepreneur. When I hear that, I get excited. That is not a problem. That is the biggest economic opportunity available to this city that we have had in many generations. And we're going to turn those fossil fuels into green jobs. People like Darcy Wood know how to do it. We're going to do it right here in Winnipeg.
Into green jobs. People like Darcy Wood know how to do it. We're going to do it right here in Winnipeg.
Here's the thing.
But here's the thing.
This is our now moment. You might have noticed it's kind of a slogan.
Here's the thing.
So what's up with that? We have a chance, Winnipeg, to actually do something meaningful here in this city we love. And you guys all know, as do I, we cannot afford 4 more years of status quo, incremental government, and we're sending a message tonight, that's not going to happen. We want our city back.
And we're sending a message tonight, that's not going to happen. We want our city back. And let's see what kindness and compassion can do for a change. And we have what we need. They are gifts that have been in front of us all of this time, and we don't take advantage of them. We have this amazing Indigenous wisdom. You saw May Louise in the video. Indigenous wisdom knows how to get us out of the social messes that have been caused by colonization. It's quite simple. You do the opposite. You decolonize the relationships. And we know how to do that. We have an amazing nonprofit sector. I will say, I think it's the best nonprofit sector in the country with the skills that knows how to get the job done. We have a caring business community. The business community has built more supportive housing than governments have in the last few years. They're concerned as well. We make electric buses and we don't even have any on the road. We have renewable electricity. We're known for that, and we're hooking up new buildings to fossil fuels on a regular basis. The time is now. This is our now moment. We can win this thing. Let's get down to it, and let's get our city back.